So welcome back to my workshop. What's the deal? Big belt buckle that had a big piece of coloured glass in here, bright blue, and in here were amber. I decided that this bit of this nickel dome, it looks better, and I'm up for a change, so took the stone out. This is fine silver, so it bends up real easy. I've borax cleaned, checked that it's all going to hang together. I'm going to flood solder around here on the inside. Going to use easy solder. I'm going to feed solder, so you'll see a bit of feed soldering. Then I'm going to set this down, then I'm going to warm the whole thing, and hopefully it'll suck down onto this edge of the setting. What's this red stuff? This is to prevent the other joins soldering. This is Jeweler's Rouge. It's a powder, and it's actually a polishing compound. Look, it's deadly if you want to solder on top of where you had this, because it's very hard to completely remove. It prevents the solder running. It's everything solder hates. It's grit and grease. So keep this so well away from anything that you're soldering. It cleans up okay after it's been in the acid, and then you can also wash it with soap and dishwashing soap and a kid's toothbrush, something like that. You can really get rid of it, but it's there to prevent the other joints moving. So right now we're going to heat up this dome. Little spider, get him out of the way. Oops. And I've already boraxed this strip of easy solder. I'm going to, I'll just measure with my calipers actually the radius of this, where my solder is going to need to be. So how far in from the edge? 1/4 inch. Guesstimate, guys. 1/4 inch in, I'm going to flood or touch down several bits. Well, let's keep these set just so that I register this on my eye using a big blowtorch. Let's get going. Lights off. There's nothing to jump, so just get straight in and warm that job. You're going to touch down. Put several blobs. About 1/4 inch in from the rim. Once you've warmed it, start at one side where you're going to actually flood solder. Turntable's a great thing. Quite hard with tweezers. Change tweezers if you want, or just quench them if you want. And change. Just going to drop another piece there. Look. This is feed soldering, sweat soldering, feed soldering. No big deal. Just get your colour up before you introduce your stick of solder. If you introduce your stick of solder too soon, it'll just go floppy and you'll end up with a great lump in the middle. There we go. Okay. So there's my solder placed. That's what will run. Remember, when it's a good fit, lights on, solder runs. Now I'm going to chuck that hot into the acid. Slam the lid down after it. Whoa, there you go. So now I'm going to set this up. Here's the belt buckle. There's a good amount of silver in this. Hope it's on. So I think I'll do it on the I'm going to change turntables, do it on this quite like this. Recalibrate this. So this goes round a bit more easier. Nice action. So let's do it with this. I'm going to gas up my torch as well. This is a baker's, you know, master chef type torch. It fills with lighter fuel. It's really good. Make sure you got plenty fuel before you start. Should be enough with this torch. I could use the plumbing torch. That's probably what I built this thing with. But try with this one. I've just noticed that I haven't rouged that inside join. Do I care? No. I think I'll just borax it so that if it runs clean. So big job. Get this out of the acid. Bear with me. Nickel, so it's got to be clean, really clean. Nickel's not such a clean metal. So that's why after melting the solder on the inside, I've then put it in the acid. I'm now going to brighten it further with a rough sand pad. Rough sand pad, just brighten the inside. Then I'm going to borax. This lip has already got borax. I'll put a tad more on there. Boraxing the whole inside of this. This is a real touch and go. Let's see. Quite a big job. I've got to make sure that this is sitting on square. And hopefully, because I can't see the inside, you know, I'm hoping it's sitting on these knobs of silver solder. You know, that's just spinning it makes you aware of if it's sitting square. Right, let's go. All I need are a pair of tweezers in case stuff moves, or maybe the tang of a file, you know. You can, if you need to move things on a big job like this, use the tang of a file. I'm hoping nothing's going to need moving, okay? Lights off. Okay, here we go. Heating up the major part, which of course is the big silver. There's nothing to ping off because all the silver is already inside that job. But boy, it's going to take some heat. If the wind gets up, I'll have to close that window. The draft will be bothering the flame, but we'll see. Winging a prayer, guys. Here we go. Looking for heat. Looking for colour. It's kind of an invisible job, this, because I can't see the actual collar onto which this is soldering, so need 2 torches like this, one either side. I'm just trying to build heat on one section, but keeping the other side toasty as well, so it's not stealing heat. Let's see. I don't think the body's getting hot enough, but let's try. See how the dome's heating up more, and that inside collet, because I can't see it. I'm going to sit so I've got eye level here. Trying to see up under inside, you know, the collar, and that's maybe the way to do this. Yeah, I think so. It's mighty hot. Ah, I see one's gone, that's good. One's gone. It's getting mighty hot. I think I'm going to have to bring in the other torch. Hang on. Close that window. Bring this. Let's see. Oops. I'm going to use the tang of the file to lift because oh, it's moved now, hasn't it? But the great thing is that because we've rouged all the other stuff, it's not going to melt the other joints, which are